Hi, I'm Sancio. I'm live. Yay, I'm so happy. Finally, we made it. Yes, we had technical difficulties last night for our hangout on how to reinvent yourself. And I have like 5 minutes to get you to subscribe. And I'm going to invite you to register because I have a new contest coming up with Me Too Network. Yes, that's really important. I'm going to make a video just about that. I'm going to show you the link so that you can subscribe to that, and then you'll be able to earn some gifts, okay? Some very important prizes. And let's start with our first habit to reinvent yourself is to focus. Yes, it happens to all of us. We're in the age of distractions. Our little smartphone is not making us way smarter, is it? We're actually kind of enslaved to it. I would say, like Danny Johnson has a really good point about that. I think that we should really reinvent ourselves from the inside out and perhaps limit and set boundaries when it comes to our phones. But right now I'm talking about focusing on what you want. Clarity is so important. Be clear on exactly what you want, and perhaps you can visualize the outcome of you being fit, happy, free, and just excited and enthusiastic about life. How's that for a change in pace? And how to have an excellent lifestyle is something that I like to teach you through my videos in practical nutrition, intelligent workouts, and positive attitude, which is what I am emphasizing most of the time because that's what really works. And I believe in personal development combined with personal training. And that's why I developed my fit coaching program called Reinvent, or Reinvent Yourself in English. Yes, so focus on what you really want, because where you focus on, or what you focus on, that's where the energy goes. I think that's Tony Robbins' quote. And the point is that you really have to know what you want clearly, perhaps write it down, but also be excited. It's like, oh, I want to be a fit coach. Yes, I'm so excited. And then I do it. I do what I have to do in order to get to that point. And I said, okay, let me make my Reinvent Yourself program available for the people who are really interested in changing their life and who are going to take themselves from they are to the next level, and who are also going to follow my assignments, because some of you like to just, follow people around on social media, but you're not really taking anybody's advice. So if you do register with me, I would expect you to do the homework and do the work, because you can't get anywhere without work. So focus on what you want, be clear, and be excited about it, because that's how the law of attraction works. Yes. Energy. Yes, that is so related. That's tip number 2, but it is very, very much connected with the focus. It's where you are going to notice what makes you energized, what makes you happy, what makes you excited, and what situations, things, and people are not giving you that much energy. Perhaps we have to set our healthy boundaries with some people, even if we love them. Yes. And welcome into our life more time for the people and the things and the circumstances that do energize us and do help us and empower us to get to where we want to go, which would be tip number 1 of focus. So if you are having trouble focusing, it is perhaps because you are getting your energy sucked by some energy vampire, and then you're not really focused on what you want. That happens to all of us, okay? It is a challenge, like I said, in this age, but we do have to be mindful, okay? And when you're mindful, perhaps through meditation, then you connect with who you are naturally, with who you are authentically, and you don't have to be like anybody else. I'm not like anybody, as you can tell, and I'm not imitating anybody except myself, being the best version of myself. But that requires that I monitor myself on a daily basis, and preferably at every moment, am I doing what energizes me or not? And if I'm talking on the phone with somebody who's not energizing me, I might say, hey, excuse me, I really have to go. Can we talk later? Or reschedule the conversation, or perhaps change the mood, the setting, the framing of the conversation, if it's that. And definitely don't waste time watching TV, nor drinking, nor just wasting your time. Just don't, because, waste of your time is wasting your life. Number 3, action and practice. Yes, you want to change your life, then you've got to practice being who you want to be and what you want to be doing and being. Okay, you go from the thinking to the doing to the being. Yes, Joe Dispenza says it best in his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I have it right here, by the way. And we have 3 brains: the neocortex, Neocortex is the thinking brain. Then we have to go to the doing. You have to experiment and take action on what you thought you wanted to be, for instance, healthy. And then you're actually taking the actions of being healthy on a consistent basis. And that becomes a habit. And when it's automatic, we go through the cerebellum. So it's the thinking brain, the neocortex, then to the limbic brain, where you have the emotions associated with the actions you're taking towards a more fit and healthy life that is happy and joyful for you. Yes. And that's the thing. You don't want to wait until you're sick and broke and just like touching rock bottom. No, you want to start making the changes now. That's what I'm doing to be more prosperous in every single area of my life. And from the doing, go to the being by making those habits automatic, making those actions so consistent on a daily basis that, you know, it's going to be automatic for you to exercise just as it is to floss or brush your teeth. That's the idea. And that would be the cerebellum. Okay, so neocortex, limbic brain, and cerebellum. That is so interesting. And now I'm even interested in the pineal gland, but that would be another video. And I'm just going to tell you what I'm learning. And, you know, we talk about enlightenment and just being at the highest energy possible where there's no matter. Okay, Joe Dispenza, guys. Look him up. Health and fitness, make it a priority. How did you know I was going to mention this? Yes, because if you're not healthy, you can't be successful. If you're not happy, you are not healthy, and vice versa. It's like, really, you have to be fit to be healthy, and you have to be healthy to enjoy the goods of whatever you're doing or making, even if it's money and trips and just enjoying life and what life has to offer. You can't have prosperity if you're not healthy. So truly, truly make it a priority in your life. Make some time for it. You know, there's some time you can switch around. It's like, instead of watching 3 hours of TV, I'm going to dedicate 3 hours to myself and my family so that we're all fit and healthy. Okay, that would be a good commitment. Number 5, diary. Write down things. It could be what I do on my notes. Okay, because we're always carrying our not so smartphones, but yes, that's a reality. So it is practical for most of us to use our technology. You can make audio notes, video notes, whatever works, even paper. Sometimes I use paper. Oh, was that my triceps? Uh-oh, I gotta strengthen my triceps. Okay, go to Monica Sancio video on how to strengthen your triceps. Yeah, I gotta get my triceps harder so that nothing is you know, not so hard. Anyway, just being funny. Number 6, and I've got to go because I have a yoga fit class right now, like I'm seriously in 6 minutes. So I don't know, I'm gonna run out of here. Number 6, daily decisions and awareness. Every single day, we have to make a commitment with ourselves to be who we want to be. And that thinking to doing to being that I mentioned is achieved by really monitoring our thoughts. We want to realize where we are. And sometimes, you know, we think we're fit and healthy, but then we didn't work out for 3 weeks. Or maybe it started at 5 days. But then we say, oh, you got to go either to the gym or to your class or work out on your own with Monica's videos. Okay, I'm promoting myself. That's one of the things we do. Teach you in coaching. It's one of the 28 principles of attraction, of irresistible attraction. So if you want to be irresistibly attractive to yourself and others, definitely get on my program. I'm super excited to share it with you. And finally, but not less important, oh, did I explain that about awareness? Yeah, I did not, exactly. Let me give you another example. So you become aware, using that same example, that you haven't gone to the gym or you haven't been physically active. Or perhaps I was sitting too long. If you've been sitting for more than an hour and a half, be aware and say, ooh, that would be my default, sitting down. But sitting is the new smoking. You don't want to be sitting down. Oops, the instructor's calling me and I'll be right there with him. But I can't get the phone in this minute. That's one of the examples of distractions. And like I've done in my previous videos, sometimes I leave the phone on by mistake. Sometimes I just have the ringer off and everything in silence, sometimes not. But I'm just going to put it away so that it doesn't, bother you, so that I can finish with the tip number 6 of daily decisions. So you made a decision to be healthy. So, you know, we're all human. Come on. We all make mistakes. And sometimes we just don't do what we know is good for us, and vice versa. We do what's not really good for us, and we pay for it. Guess what? But the point is just to be aware of it and get back on track, because we all have like a default mode of how we were programmed. And once you're 35 or older, it's like you can't change your programming. That was old thoughts, but you can. You can change your programming. It's just that we are automatic unless we decide to reinvent ourselves. So this program that I have for you is perfect for people who are 35 and older, because that's when you really, really have to reinvent yourself. Just like the American eagle, when they're 40 years old, they go and they actually destroy their beak. They do it in a place where they don't have to fly, and then they renew their feathers. You have to look for that story. It's so beautiful and at the same time kind of painful, because reinventing yourself might be exciting. It is exciting to me. I love a challenge, but it is challenging. It is work, and it does take a lot of perseverance, persistence, and consistency in order to really go through with it, because ce n'est pas facile, okay? But nobody said it would be easy. And I'm going to leave you with tip number 7 and a quote. Tip number 7 is to celebrate. Whether your success is small, medium, large, whatever you think, you have to celebrate. You got to tell the universe, thank you so much for this. I am so excited because I was able to do what I wanted to do. I really am excited because I'm going to go to my yoga class right now. And it's like, okay, Monica, focus. That was my tip number 1. But seriously, you got to celebrate. You could buy yourself some shoes, buy yourself some new clothes, something that you really, really like. Take some time for yourself, invite some friends over, go to visit somebody that you love, and just do something that really makes you happy. And I think it's important to do that on a consistent basis. So you're always celebrating even those small improvements and adjustments in your excellent lifestyle. That's the idea. Guys and girls, I love you so much, and I'll leave you with Jim Rohn's quote. Do not wish it were easier, wish that you were better. I'll see you soon. Love you. Yes. Peace and love. Gotta turn this off. Okay.